Amy Cassandra Martinez with Hollywood First Look, and today we are chatting with Lopez versus Lopez actor Al Madrigal. Let's take a first look.
Meet my dad. Drinks too much. Was never around. We didn't speak for years. But I'm twerking on it.
My God! Why are you shaking your nalgas for the whole world to see?
I'm connecting with other women who have daddy issues.
Oh, I'm sure you connect with some daddies on there, too.
What has been the most wonderful response you've gotten to being a part of the show?
I mean, I'm not out there that much. So in terms of the public responding to it, I think NBC responding to it, I think the viewers responding to it is huge. It does great numbers on a Friday night. NBC has backed us. And so the best response is probably sort of NBC and Universal, Mark Lazarus and Jeff at the network, really sort of promoting the show. There's a ton of people whose names I'm sort of forgetting. They're instrumental with even getting this on air. But it's like NBC and Universal have been rad. So that's the best kind of response, because without them and their support, there's no show. And the public has nothing to even see. So that's kind of been the coolest thing, is okay, you put it on the air, but now they're sort of getting it behind it and going out of their way to sort of promote it, re-air it, and renew it.
I did get a little preview of an upcoming episode, and without any spoilers, one of the main topics addressed is the idea that our community, as well as others, really do a lot of multiple jobs at the same time. So I want to know from you a couple things. One, how many jobs have you had at the same time, the most you've had at the same time? And what was your first job ever?
It was one of the worst jobs ever, where I had to do these things called fours. So it was a pediatrician's office, and a little kid would come into the back with his mom or dad, and I would do their vision and hearing test. I had to get them to pee in a cup, and then I had to prick their finger and do a hemoglobin test as well. So I wore a lab coat, and I was probably a sophomore in high school. And then my first job that I got outside the family was I worked as a busboy at a place called Eats on Second and Clement in San Francisco, California. So busboy, and I'll never forget the Korean owner, Mr. Kim, would watch us all from across the street. There was a stationery store and a greeting card store. And I'd look across the street and I'd see him holding a greeting card, going like this, just looking at all of his work. Just nonsense. Let's see if it works. I was spilling the waters and clearing those tables. And that was the first job. As far as the most jobs I've had at one time, I might be doing it right now. So I write as well. So I've got a ton of TV shows in development, and then I've got movies in development. I started a company. And so that company and all of my development stuff is really takes a lot of time.
Thank you so much for watching. Lopez versus Lopez airs Fridays on NBC and is now streaming on Peacock. I'm Amy Cassandra Martinez, and I'll see you guys next time.
Why are all the lights on in this house?
We can afford the lights, Dad.
When I was little, my grandmother would say, "You need to learn how to read in the dark," so I did. Really?
Read in the dark. He doesn't even read in the light.